Check this.
Saying that it feels right.
Lee, I know you were expecting a hockey game tonight, but I really wanted to bring you something that's completely different. Although it's on ice, it is players, but it's ice dancing.
You know what?
Just check it out.
Oh, you said, wear your hockey jersey.
Watch it. He's on the ice. Watch it. He's going around. He's going around the boards right now. He's going around. He catches up. Oh, he crashed. Oh, my God. But that's perfect. That's just like hockey. It's great.
You know what? It's not like hockey, because that guy is wearing sequins, man.
Lee,
That's not hockey.
Lee, you need more joy in your life.
No,
That's
I don't
why
think-
I came to ice dancing.
Oh.
Joy, more joy in your life. You got to go to the morejoyradio.com.
I want to see people hit each other, and you know what? You can't even get beer here.
I know, but this is all about joy. We brought you to ice dancing for joy, just like LMB show. Morejoyradio.com. They click on the LMB show, and they listen to us on Friday nights. That's joy.
All right. Well, you know what? I think that's a good idea, and I'll just try to be more joyful. But again, no hot dogs, no popcorn. They don't have none of that stuff here.
I'll buy you some. Click, connect, listen. LMB show.
Yeah! Hey, everybody! How are you? Just hope you're doing well, gall darn it. I'll tell you what. Listen, my name's Lee Bailey, and I'm here. I'm here. Yes, I am. Hello, for those people watching right now, please tune in and please hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Also, as you see going across the bottom of the screen is our link, HTTPS. And you can come be on the show with us this evening. We're just going to do some random things. One of the things that I want to do, and I have it over here on the screen, is I want to go over scores. Are these scores from, man, already? All right, so these are scores. I'm going to go back, and I thought it was Score Stream, but Virginia High School football rankings, and I think it might be Live Scoreboard. So games are in progress. Flint Hill's playing St. Christopher's. Bishop O'Connell's playing St. Stephen's, St. Agnes. Let's see the games. Virginia. Let's see what happened yesterday as far as the games are concerned. There's something going on over here. Who cares about this? All right. Let's take a look at yesterday. Thomas Jefferson played Meadowbrook and beat him 20-6. Lake Braddock got trounced by Madison 49-21. Wow. Westfield beat Washington Liberty, or you should be Washington Lee, 30-0. Briar Woods lost to John Champ. Let's see what else we got here. Broad Run beat Dominion 49-0. And Chantilly beat Falls Church. I'm sorry to hear that. 37-7. South County beat Hayfield 22-0. Colonial Forge lost to Unity Reed. I don't think there's anybody listening that knows that score. Stonebridge cleaned Centerville's clock 32-7. And it looks like Marshall and McLean. Marshall beat up on McLean 46-14. Oh, did anybody else y'all know? Oh, yeah, Mount Vernon played Justice High School 35-21. Go Justice. Got a little three scores in there. TC Williams beat South Lakes 26-21. That should have been a good game. Sounded like anyway. And what are we looking for also, guys? If you know, we're looking for a sports person who can give all these scores and do this kind of thing. Go to games. Brook Point edged out Potomac 34-33. Some of my friends down in Prince William County who I know. West Potomac beat Wakefield 30-7. Not shocking, I don't think. And Colgan. I shouldn't laugh. I know somebody who goes to Colgan. They got beat by Osborne 52-0. So we're going to call Colgan the baseball team. Robinson beat Annandale 42-0. And Forest Park just lost to Woodgrove. Tuscarora beat Rock Ridge. And Freedom lost to Heritage. So there you have your scores from yesterday. Now we've got scores from today. And that's kind of cool. We can take a look and see what scores are going on right now around the area. Let's see here. What's over here? Let's go to this. And let's take a look and see if there's any teams playing tonight. Most everybody played last night. Freedom is playing Riverbend, and they are in the midst of their game. I don't have any score on them yet. And let me see if there's any other scores here. No, I don't see any others here. Oh, here we go. Those games, a lot of games in progress, and we'll have some scores for you later in the show to let you know. If you don't know, now you know. Strasburg is playing Broadway, and so we'll let you know what the scores are on that. Halftime, Western Branch is beating Granby 19-0. Orange County is playing Culpeper County. We don't know what the scores are on that. And the rest, everything else just shows in progress. Yeah. Except for Pulaski County is beating Jefferson Forest 28-9 at the half. So it's already halfway through some of these games. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. But anyway. So that's the deal going on with all that. I don't know who all is going to be chiming in with us today. I hope everybody, because I sent out the link to everyone. Everyone. I sent it to everyone. I hope they got it. But who knows if they did. Let's see here. We got one person watching. Who's watching? Hit the like button for me, please. Whoever you happen to be. That would be a pleasing thing to see. Tony, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right. So, yeah, whatever. All right. So. Let's see here. Amy Gish joining us. And Walter Thomas joining us. So I'm here alone, all by myself in the studio, as I normally am, actually. It's very regular that I'm here by myself. But so, yeah, it's regular. Oh, there we go. Someone liked the show, and it's Vitaly. Hi, Vitaly. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well, my friend. So, Vitaly, what is your take on who's gonna if you were in a fantasy football draft, Vitaly, comment and share with us if you had the first pick, who would you take? That's the question I want to ask right now before we get other people involved in the show. I think Vitaly's a football fan, so I'm pretty sure he is. So I'd love to hear. I would love to hear what Vitaly's take on it all is. There we go. Waiting for yes, indeed. There's a bunch of beautiful people going to be hanging out at one of my, going to be hopefully my favorite places. I hope. And I am trying to figure out. There you go. Oh, God, not that one. I put up a post. Now, listen. It's a post of Kermit the Frog standing in different places, and it says across the top, the meme, me waiting for the common sense variant to spread. Oh, my God, it got into a political discussion. How did that happen? It was a joke because there's so many people who have no common sense. Common sense is put on your friggin' mask and get vaccinated. But some people, I think that it's not that. What? I think some people think that the common sense part of the variant is, I'm kidding, it's not a variant, obviously. But I think they think, oh, poor thing. Okay, so that was our good friend Amy, who's on vocal rest right now, which she's used to being on because she's had that thing today. CMC team. All right, good. I have no idea what that means, Vitaly. Run CMC team. Clueless. We got some people watching. We appreciate you. Please comment or tag the line, and so we know who it is that's calling, who's climbed in there to listen and everything. We try to do what we got to do here on the old show, on the old More Joy Radio, the crew show. So, chime in. Let us know you're out there. And comment. If you comment, I will answer. So let's do this real quick. Just for the heck of it, for the fun of it. These are this or that questions. There's 3,001 of them. And why not start from the very tip top, huh? Number 1. Would you rather listen to one country song per day or nothing but hip hop for 3 weeks? One country song a day or nothing but hip hop for 3 weeks. Would you dress up like a giant mouse or a giant dog? Giant mouse, giant dog. Your choice. Would you rather wear hot pink or lime green for a week? Are these would you rather this or that? So, be abducted by aliens or bitten vampire? I used to have pointy teeth. Right here and right here. And if you look, Dr. Cleo's, the dad, so he just kind of sanded it down. So, would you rather go on a perpetual road trip or 4 consecutive flights? Go on a perpetual road trip. I mean, a road trip forever? I don't know about that. Would you rather live in a mansion in the middle of the desert or a shack in a tropical paradise? It all depends on the amenities of the mansion and the shack. I wouldn't mind living in the shack as long as it was airtight.
I could close the door, and I don't need any valuables or anything like that, but and it has a decent bed in it. I wouldn't mind. I'd rather have. It's getting bad. I'm getting tired. I don't have anybody to interact with. It's driving me crazy. Run CMC team. I still don't know what that means, Vital. You're going to have to tell me. I can't respond in the comment section because it'll comment on all the different platforms we're broadcasting to. Would you rather see 10 minutes into the future or travel 10 years into the past? How long is a race going to take? Because I would rather see who won the race 10 minutes into the future and put my money on them instead. And then I could just sit at the track and just rake in the cash. Would you rather be able to control dogs with your mind or be able to translate their barks? Yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now, dogs don't have anything to say in their barks. Their barks mean, who are you? Their barks mean, goodbye. Their barks mean, give me that. Their barks mean, I don't like you. That's it. I mean, I can do that myself now. I would love to control dogs with my mind. Go get him. Would you rather get a new car every year, but it breaks down once a week, or an old beater that never breaks down? I don't know what an old beater would be. If you tell me what an old beater would be, there's lots of different options there. And if it was a Lamborghini that breaks down once a week and they can fix it the next day, it doesn't cost me anything. Not a Lamborghini, though. I'd want something like a Bentley. But Bentleys don't break down. So would you rather have unlimited first-class plane tickets or unlimited free meals at any restaurant? That's a meal. Unlimited first-class plane tickets. There's a nice meal comes with the plane ticket. And it doesn't say have to be on the same plane. So I can go to different planes, different menus, just like going to a different restaurant. Dance to every song or sing to every song. I like to sing to every song. Live in a fancy mansion but never be able to leave, or live in a shack but be able to leave anytime you want. Once again, what are the amenities of this mansion? Can people come to you all the time? Can you go out on the back porch and go swimming and things like that? Would you rather be a happy, poor relation or a miserable, stuffy heir? I'd rather be happy, for sure. Be a mega famous one-hit wonder or fly under the radar. A lot of things come with that one-hit wondering. So, I think I'd have to be the flashy one-hit wonder. Or mega famous one-hit wonder. Be famous or poor. Anonymous and rich. Oh, famous and poor, or anonymous and rich. Oh, happy to be anonymous and rich. No question about that. I'm hoping, and was hoping that Amy would join us and answer some of these questions. Lose every card game or lose every video game. Wow. That's kind of crazy. That's hard for me. I love cards and I love video games. I don't play that many video games. So I think I'd have to say every video game. I'm still waiting for people to join in. I don't know where they are. I guess they think it's going to be an 8:30 start. Bill Knowles is definitely waiting until 8:30 because he's out with his buddies and stuff. I'm going to check my sugar right now. Sugar. Oh, honey. Sugar. Not too bad. I'm not saying the number because people out there will start commenting. Would you rather never have air conditioning or never have heat? Never have heat. You can always put on more clothes. And again, depends on where I'm living. Only see black and white or never hear again. I'd rather only see black and white. I'd rather hear. Eat earthworms or cockroaches. Cockroaches. No, it's not cockroaches. What is it? Damn it. Okay. It is Labor Day weekend, so a lot of my people are probably doing Labor Day weekend stuff. Would you rather fight with a lightsaber or a sword? Well, if I was in a real fight, I'd rather have a sword because lightsabers aren't real. All right. Use LOL after every sentence or cry every time you smile. Would you rather eat dinner for breakfast or breakfast for dinner? I'd rather have breakfast for dinner. Thank you very much. It's a very common thing in our household. Only bathe or shower for the rest of your life. Well, I'm going to shower for the rest of my life. I don't think I'll ever have a bath again. Fight with a light. I already did this. Climb a mountain or swim to the bottom of the ocean. If I could do both of them, I'd rather climb a mountain. Walk with your hands or type with your toes. That'd be kind of cool if you could type with your toes, wouldn't it? Watch only your favorite movie forever or watch a movie you hate once. I'd rather watch a movie I hate once because I like movies. So that would be that. Eat nothing but mushrooms for the rest of your life or nothing but bananas for the rest of your life. Interesting. I like bananas. But eat nothing but bananas? I think that would cause me to be one of those children that's malnourished, isn't it? I'm sure mushrooms would be the same way. I don't know which one I would do then. Bananas are tastier, I think. Watch out. Wait a minute. Blah, blah, blah. That was a live on the air sneeze. Be made of peanut butter or grape jelly? Peanut butter, of course. Be a pepperoni pizza or a sausage pizza? Sausage. Would you rather eat 25 pineapple pizzas or one rattlesnake pizza? I don't even know what a rattlesnake pizza is unless they mean someone caught a rattlesnake, cut off its head, stripped it clean, all that good stuff, cooked it up on a barbecue, and then made a pizza out of it. I'd like to try a rattlesnake pizza. Why not? Would you rather melt like chocolate or freeze like ice? Neither. So I'm going to have to die one way or another. Both are painful. I want to melt like chocolate, though, but I want to melt warmly. Eat raw sardines or cooked alligator? I think I tried cooked alligator. Eat melted ice cream or cold chili? Melted ice cream. Can't imagine eating cold chili. Eat lobster or crab? Lobster all day. Drink nothing but water for 3 days or nothing but soda for 3 months. I'll drink nothing but water for 3 days. I've done it before. Drive a sports car but never go very fast, or drive a sedan and you can go as fast as you want. Bentley, hello. Or an Audi A25, whatever it is. Live in a mansion in Antarctica or a shack in a wooded glen? Well, interesting. I think I'd rather live in a mansion in Antarctica. This is a mansion, mind you, so it's got to have all the bells and whistles. And also, it's probably got a cool snow cat. Be a famous actor or a famous director. I'd like to be an actor, I think. Be able to fly or turn invisible. I've done this one the other day. I think I'd rather be able to turn invisible. See, so be able to fly. It means anytime you want, you can fly. Or be able to turn invisible like that. I think I'd rather turn invisible. Be able to control fire or water. Be able to teleport or read minds. Well, that depends on how far I can teleport. If I can teleport from here to Germany, I'd rather teleport. If I teleport from here to Spain, Barcelona, I'd rather teleport. If I can teleport anywhere I want to teleport. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Uh-oh. Okay, Mama loves my location. Read comic books or biographies? I prefer comic books. Someone make a doll of you or paint a portrait of you? Dude, I'd love to see a doll of me. Be the greatest present anyone would ever get. Be able to communicate only by barking or by meow? Oh, barking's cool. Be able to swim endlessly underwater or fly to any altitude? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think flying would be cool. You can fly over top of stuff. Can someone ride on my back? Repeat first grade for eternity or never graduate high school? Well, according to repeat first grade, oh no, next door to a nightclub or an amusement park? Next door. Nightclub, I think. Have one social media account that you have to post to every day, or 7 social media accounts, but you can only post to them once a week. Listen to a song you hate on an endless loop, or run endless laps around a 1-mile racetrack. Oh my God, I'd rather run. I don't know, man. That's tough. Those are tough. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. So I don't know where Bill is. And I don't know if anybody else is joining us tonight. I'm going to text my boy Bill. Tell him. And so anyway, we should have polled everyone ahead of time. But it seems as though, oh, here's another like. My man Clark Crawford. My boy. That's my favorite guy. He's something else. What did I do? Oh, it's on this thing. I had it on my headphones. Thanks, Clark. Oh, there's a love. We got a love, too. Torresala, you're watching a baseball game. Stop it. And it's amazing because all these people are chiming in, but I don't have anybody watching, supposedly. What? That's weird. So Bill's going to come on. We're going to talk a little bit, but we may not stay on forever. Let me see if my daughter is still out by Bill. She is. Okay. She's still there. Uh-oh. She's moving. All right. All right, my daughter is going to be a scarer at Cox Farm for Halloween. So, right up her stinking alley. So she's going to be enjoying herself. No doubt about that. Let me see something here. Let me share my... All right. There it is. So I can go over here now, roll this up, and show this to people. This is a true statement and worthy to be heard. Now we're looking at the scores on this score. Let's see what we do. What happens if I do this? All right. Well, someone's watching. Hi, whoever's watching. We're just looking at weird things right now on my Facebook. Oh my. Yikes! I want to be a covert alien. Undercover alien. Whatever. Tina Adinolfi, happy birthday to you, kid. So happy that it's your birthday. Peyton Manning is here. Oh, well, that's good to see. Hello, Peyton Manning. How are you?
What's up, dude?
I was looking at my Facebook page, just checking it out. No one else is coming on, buddy. I haven't seen anybody.
Hey,
so
and don't take this the wrong way, dude. Okay,
well,
but
yeah.
The show has probably run its course. People are out and about.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I mean, we don't have to do this every single week. I mean, I just got back from a happy hour, so I want to be out.
Had a good time? You had a good time?
Yeah, we were at the Coastal Flats in Fairfax.
Okay, that's cool.
So, but people are out and about, man. I mean,
I know. It's fine. It's also Labor Day weekend, so people got Labor Day plans and they're doing stuff. I think that our crew does like to get together when they can, and obviously there's times when they can't. So that's all well and good for me.
I mean, dude, spend time with your family, dude. You do a lot of
6 days a week.
Huh?
Yeah, I do. I'm home every night. I'm not here. So, and that's more nights out than I am here. I will tell you this though. I am getting ready to not rebrand, but I'm going to be putting. Hold on. Let me get rid of this thing. I'm going to be doing a couple of redoing and bringing on a couple of other shows. I'm going to start scheduling more people, and then once I get that calendar done, I'm going to definitely see who wants to sponsor what shows and things like that. So,
have at it.
Yeah, man. So that's going to be good. How's everything at work?
That's fun.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah, I can't really say while I'm live. It's fun. It's fun.
Well, I already know. I already know one of your issues, so that's fine.
We're live. Let's leave it at that. Anyway, good. So I went on a rant this morning, where you ever read the Parade magazine?
Yeah, sure. I love it.
Okay,
I love doing the thing in the back. The 10 things that are different.
That's the Washington Post. That's the Washington Post magazine. The Parade magazine sometimes will have, what people make.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Administrator, whatever.
It depends on where they are too.
Okay. This past Sunday, they had a kid. His name. You ever heard of this kid named Ryan Kaji?
Is he a YouTuber?
He's a YouTube toy reviewer. He's 9. Do you know how much this little bitch makes? $29 million a year. He's a freaking YouTube toy reviewer.
Yeah.
YouTube this kid.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm in the wrong damn job.
I'm telling you, dude.
I was pissed. I mean, he's a toy reviewer.
What do you want to review? You and I can review something, and we'll put
Dude,
it up.
I'm gonna start reviewing shit. I'm telling you that right now. I'm gonna start reviewing because this kid, $29 million.
Have you watched any of his shows?
I've YouTube some of his stuff today. I mean, it's stupid as hell what this kid does. Where was it? I mean, it's just so damn dumb. But you can get rich in this country on anything.
This is a true statement, sir. Have you ever heard of Beast? The Beast? My kids love this guy, the Beast.
This is what this kid's reviewing.
Was that correct? I think it was. I think I got it first try.
A damn box with a bunch of buttons. That's his dad. He's just reviewing stupid shit.
Welcome to Ryan's world.
Yep, and probably all kinds of kids.
I need to get
all kinds of kids all over the world to watch him do his little show.
I need to get my kids to review stuff. I mean, they need to get rich on the damn TikTok or whatever. I mean, they need to get freaking rich. I mean, this is.
I think you and I, as long as I'd rather not go political, but I'd like to do current events and just comment. Listen to this today. I posted on Living in Burke with Helicopters, which is one of my favorite groups on Facebook, and because they're totally irreverent, and stuff. And I saw this meme that was posted by another friend of mine that says, where is it? Hold on a second. I'm going to put it up on. I'm going to put it up for you. Hold on.
While you're doing that, while you're searching for that, and to get political just for a second.
Do we have to get political?
Yeah. Not that I agree with Putin and what he does. However, his conversation with Merkel,
Germany,
correct. Yeah. He was dead on when he said regarding Afghanistan, countries cannot force their democracy on places that don't want it.
Right.
He's right. He's right. You can't do that.
No,
with regard to Afghanistan, yeah, it's a sad situation. I get all that. It's a very sad situation. But the British tried it. Alexander the Great tried it. Genghis Khan tried it. The Russians tried it. You can't defeat them. They've all tried it. It is a nation that don't force your democracy on them. They don't want it. And we need to stop.
Here's where someone thought it was a good idea, and it was way before Trump. It was way before the Bush. Whatever. It's a long time ago. They've been trying to work this out with Afghanistan, because I keep hearing this blame Biden, blame Trump.
Like I said, the British tried it. Alexander the Great tried it. Genghis Khan tried it.
But here's the Soviets tried it. Though, Bill. Here's the difference. We don't try to go in and take over. We don't want to own that land. We don't want to have Afghanistan as an American territory. We want to help them. But if they don't want to be helped, then they can't be helped. It's just like an alcoholic. It's not
that they don't. It's a situation that goes back thousands of years. Before Islam came in the 7th century, it was, I believe, the Buddhists and all that back then. It is a country that they have their beliefs, and this goes back to with 1980 and us helping to get rid of the Soviets out of Afghanistan and helping the Mujahideen, the freedom fighters, helping all them, and then we took off after that. It didn't help them rebuild, and it just became a whole S show of what happened. It's a part of the world that's been there for thousands of years. Right. It is a sad situation. They're going to have their beliefs. You're not going to change it.
I mean,
you're not going to change it, and that's the way it is.
The Afghans who want to have democracy in their country, then just like any other country, They need to rise up and they need to take control. And that's them.
It's
them.
easier said than done.
Well, no,
and
absolutely.
the Taliban's getting the guns from somewhere. So
No, I know.
it's just
I know.
that whole Middle East is a sad situation. It's a sad situation in Southeast Asia, or you get down to Central America or South America. The world is going to have sad situations. Africa, it's going to have sad situations that nations, Germany, France, us, trying to help. It's a sad situation for a lot of these people, and it sucks. It sucks. With the Afghani people, you hear the horror stories. I've got military friends that their families have been over there. TV doesn't even do it justice as to how bad it is. And to get them to come here, we are a nation that every country came here. Every people want to come here to make a better life. Bring it on. You want to make a better life for yourself. It's been going back
and it
since
should
the
be
early 1900s.
Anybody who wants to come needs to come. They just need to register. And you need to pay taxes.
But the world is an S show, and it's going to have its good places. It's going to have its bad places.
I think it's an S show. And I understand where you're coming from, but I think the majority of the world is good and wonderful and awesome, and you can go almost anywhere except for like some very specific places, and you're going to find nice people who care about you, people who want to help you with stuff, people who are nice. That's the majority in this world, in this country too. You can go anywhere in this country aside from certain areas, and you're going to find people who are like, "Hi, how are you? What can I do for you?" Including New York, including Rhode Island, Idaho, wherever.
You have the belief that people are good, but unfortunately, you look at people and you take them at face value. You just never know anymore.
That's true. Well, yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. I don't disagree. I happily find that I don't approach people as a big dummy going, "You're a nice person." I look and see and check people out when I'm approaching. Happily, I find they're good people.
When I travel for hotels, I found my conscience kicked in as to I'm traveling by myself. I'm in an area that I've never been before. So you are on guard, and
sure,
and I can't even imagine what the women go through when they go to. I mean, they're even more on guard, and in a parking garage. Nowadays, you can walk down the street. You have no idea what the hell is going to happen to you, man or woman. You have no idea what the hell is going to happen, and your conscience kicks in when you travel. Is your brain kicks in going, doesn't seem like the best area. Okay, I'm going to take a step back. It just doesn't seem the best area.
I'll drive through neighborhoods and I'm going to lock my doors because I don't know.
You just don't know.
Right.
You just don't know.
Lee walking down the sidewalk is not going to be approached probably.
That's true. Very true.
If I was by myself walking down the sidewalk.
That's very true.
That's the same with my son and my husband.
Yeah.
My son is 6'8".
Yeah.
It's when
if
you
I was walking down the street with your kids and your husband, no one's going to touch us unless they got a gun.
Right.
Yeah.
It
all changes.
Maybe they'll say, "Hey, give me your wallet. I got a gun," and then they're still going to be in trouble if you ask me.
And then carrying, we will not be approached.
Yeah. It's a wild one. Have you guys seen some of these videos of Louisiana and Ida and the power that hurricane was coming through there? I'm watching some of those videos that it's just unbelievable, the power of that hurricane. And there's another one coming. There's Larry, who they say is already a Category 4 in the Atlantic.
Yeah,
headed our way. And
we'll see.
Ida
was
my grandmother's name and Larry's my uncle's name. So they're talking about names coming
look
up.
at that.
Ida might get
look at that.
Tired. Yeah, that's
the
underneath
amount of power that was a camp.
That's underneath a pier.
And that's not underneath the pier. That's a camp. You'll see the video in a second of when it gets to the eye.
Hold on,
It
look
was a
here.
fishing camp.
A fishing camp. Okay, all right.
Now, wait a second. When they get to the eye of how calm it is, the eye, I'll get there in just a second. That's in the middle. That's the eye. It's calm.
Absolutely.
But it's just the power
I've
of
been through a
that storm.
hurricane. I
Which
went
one?
through a hurricane in Bahamas. I don't know the name of it, truthfully. But it was a hurricane, and we were out on how old I was 30 years ago. I was in my 20s, and my family went down there. We had a timeshare, and we went through it. And guess what? They were ready for it. Obviously, some hurricanes you're never ready for, but
Right.
I remember several of the things that I thought was way cool. Number one, we were backed up to a cove, and all the boats, like the cove was empty. And then when the hurricane was coming, all the boats moved into the cove, and they were like, you could walk across them. I mean, they were that tight together. And that was
If I'm a boat owner, I'm getting the thing the hell out of there. I'm going to take it up the coast or do something.
Well, that was on the other side of our hotel, and then there's a big casino across Paradise Island, where the big one. Okay, but that wasn't built yet. Well, yeah, no, but a lot of that crap wasn't built yet. A lot of it was like flat land and things like that. The Cove is now a big marina because I've been there for my wedding reunion.
Your wedding reunion?
No.
What reunion are you doing?
I know. I went there for my what's it called? Honeymoon. And I had been there prior to my honeymoon with my family, and that's when we went through the hurricane. When I went there on my honeymoon, it was December. There was no story. There were no storms coming through at that time.
Right.
But when I went through there in December, several years after, 10 or so, what's the name of the hotel in Paradise Island?
Well, Atlantis.
So the Atlantis had bought up almost all the property except for our resort, Landor International. They had bought and built townhouses next door, all kinds of, anyway. And they built this huge marina out of where that cove used to be. And, but I remember during the hurricane, number one, all the windows, all the sliding glass doors had these huge rubber gaskets on them so that they would be able to bow in the wind.
Right.
And
hurricane proof. Yeah.
And you keep your windows closed because even, as we know, even if you believe that it's made for hurricanes, it's not made for some of them. I mean, some of them are just, sorry, pal, I'm blowing your window in. I don't care if it's hurricane proof. But ours held up, so it must not have been like a Category 5 or anything like that. But you couldn't see out the window barely. I mean, because of the wind and the rain and everything. What I thought was so cool, though, is number one, the cove. Number two, what do you think they did with all the deck furniture?
In the pool. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
But I've never experienced anything. I'm like going, that's genius.
Yep.
But I will tell you this, that the pool bar stayed open the whole time. Stayed open the entire time.
And they were serving, and you know the number one drink they were serving?
Hurricanes.
It's called a hurricane. That's what they were serving. That's what they were serving. They were called hurricanes. Or Bahamas.
But it was back underneath, so it was pretty protected.
Yeah.
And they had one side anyway. But I went down there, got a cheeseburger, and thing right in the middle of the hurricane. I mean, it was a good time was had by all. There's no doubt about it. And the hurricane went right over us, and we're back to partying. You know, you'd never known there's a hurricane. They cleaned
this
up
your
really
honeymoon?
well. This was not my honeymoon. This is when I went with my parents and my sister, and it was like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So 10 years later, I went there for my honeymoon. We had a ball, and that's a good, nice story also. But not
there's a story in Louisiana, which it's a heartbreaking story. But did you hear about the man who got taken out by an alligator?
I heard that a couple did.
Well, this one guy. Not only do you have a hurricane come through your town, you're flooded out. And then this one guy, he was 70. He had gone down to the basement of his house. Did you hear the story?
No, I haven't heard this.
He went down to the basement of the house.
Like it, but go ahead.
He got attacked by the alligator. The wife pulls him up the stairs. Okay, he's all bleeding. pulls him up the stairs. She goes to call medical. She comes back. He's gone.
Yeah, the alligator came back up and got him.
I mean, that's the triple way to go out: hurricane, flood, and you take an alligator. If I'm in Louisiana and there's 3 feet of water in my street, I'm not walking across that street because the alligators have gotten out from somewhere. They all floated off somewhere. I don't know what's in this water. I ain't walking through it.
You know how in your garage, Bill, you have a ladder. It's against the wall and nails.
Mm-hmm.
I would have a flat bottom boat in my garage.
If I live in Louisiana, I have a boat. That's how I'm getting around.
I'm saying because flat bottom boat. I'm going to have it right there on the side of my garage, or up on the roof, or the roof of the garage, the ceiling of the garage. And when I hear the floods are coming, I'm putting it right out in the front yard with a rope to it.
Yep.
And when the floods come and this thing starts rising, I pull it over to me and I'm hopping in.
And they said it was rare because alligators with those types of storms, they go find shelter somewhere. They're really not out and about.
That's
Right.
But I ain't walking across the street.
Well, that's what they did. They found shelter. He found it in his basement.
Yeah.
And he went down there.
I heard it was a shed, but yeah, that's.
Well, look at this. We came in here for shelter. Now there's a snack. That's all it was.
Yep.
My father-in-law joked with the boys at Katrina. Their backyard backs up to a bayou, and Katrina came right up to their back door. So he joked with the boys that there was an alligator in the swimming pool back there because you couldn't see the pool. It was just all mud.
My buddies golf in Florida, and alligators across the golf course is not uncommon. And you just let it go. It's fascinating to watch them, but they just.
Let me say the first.
If you lose your golf ball in the water, don't go get it.
Here's the first thing I have to say that goes along with the
Hi, Diva, by the way.
Posted.
Diva's
watching.
Oh, well,
okay.
Her voice is almost gone, but anyway, she's on.
No, she says she can't. I know. I understand. Yay! We're happy. The almost voiceless Diva has arrived. Well, we're happy. Did you see the post she put on her Facebook of Sophie? She painted Sophie's face.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing!
I want mine done. I want the top of my head.
She painted her face.
Up. Yeah, she painted like half her face, looking like she's an alien.
Looks like
the skin was ripped back.
Getting rid of her Halloween. Okay.
Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. So speaking of this thing that I put that I'm waiting for the common sense Delta variant to come into this country, and I thought it was funny and it was cute, and I posted it, and oh my God, it's political, blah, blah. I'm like, shut up, it was funny. Anyway, but I mean, that's all I intended. I didn't intend for it to be political at all. But common sense also tells you this, Bill. This is where I have a hard time having any freaking, not respect, but when these people go, we were in it and it was terrible and my uncle's dog got washed away. What the hell were you doing there? What were you doing there? Go the hell away from the area. They said a week in advance that there was a hurricane coming. Get the hell out. That's my biggest thing. I'm like, you guys are morons. Yeah. And I'm sorry.
You hear the
bad thing to say because there are people who are morons. That's a proper term that I'm showing disrespect to by adding these people to their group.
There are people that it's interesting when they hear, well, I never expected it to be this bad. Hurricanes come every year. Hurricanes either come Florida or they come up through the Gulf. One of the two. And do you understand that when it gets in open water, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger? That's how a hurricane works. And when it comes up the Gulf, it's coming for you. Yeah. And please don't tell me that. And climate is only getting worse.
And then
these storms are got to get far because New Jersey and New York. Did you see the subway in New York where it looked like a ride at Disneyland? Water is coming.
That was crazy.
Coming over the train.
Yeah.
I mean, it
literally was going to hit us. It didn't even.
Didn't they learn from Sandy?
Barely hit us. What?
Didn't New York learn from Sandy? Like
New Jersey, New York, all of those.
But the worst part also for me was it hit New Orleans. It hit Louisiana. And it started going up past New Orleans. Okay, then there's people who are still sitting in their house, hearing everybody talking about flooding, and they're just still sitting there. I mean, come on. Everybody has a TV. Everybody has a damn phone. You know it's coming. go take a little vacation with your family. Drive to Texas or something like
The
that.
thing is, if you have the money to do that, that's the challenge. If you have family to go to, you want to say get on I-10 and get the hell out of there.
Yes, but there's also areas. There's also places in those areas
where
that
I have
are
the problem.
hurricane proof and
where,
flood proof.
Where I
and
have
so
the
they say go to the fire station. It's set up for this, and people stay in their damn houses.
Right.
One guy I heard say, "My dad went to the firehouse. He's fine. I had a tree fall on my car and on me, and all this." I'm like, duh, duh.
Wow.
Where
I had the problem is if you say you're going to stay, I'm the mayor of the town. I'm not sending medical people in there. You chose to stay. My medical people are not going in and risking their lives to drag your happy ass out. Now, it hit here in the area too. Annapolis got hit really hard with tornadoes and the heavy rains. Tony said he went to some antique shops this morning, and some of these antique shops are under 2 feet of water. And this is, I think, Pennsylvania, which Amy, hopefully you're okay. But yeah, he said some of these we're supposed to go to some antique places tomorrow. But climate is getting worse, whether people want to believe it or not. It's getting worse. These storms are only going to get more intense. It's like winter blizzards and stuff. And I would never travel in the winter anywhere in the middle part of our country, because you get the ice storms and all that. I ain't traveling on no damn highway where you can't stop. It's all ice. Right. Hell no, thank you. Not gonna do all that. But you got the wildfires in California. You got the hurricane. I mean, it's just all over this country. It's just areas that the wildfires are worse. The wildfire, you have no time. You have 30 seconds.
That's if it starts right where you are. But but again, there's fires moving in the direction of your house. They're telling you fires are coming your way. Yeah. We're going to ride it out. Well, you're an idiot. Get the hell out of your house. That's what you have homeowners insurance for. Yeah.
Pack up what you can. Have a go-to box and grab and go.
Get on out here.
Yeah, they say though that if you had only 5 minutes, what are you taking in your house?
Yeah, my cats.
What? Well, obviously the animals. Obviously,
hold on. Okay, so Amy said we did not blow away.
Yeah.
But my question is, Amy, did you guys have any flooding in your area? Are you on high ground? That's my question to Amy, because I know, for instance, we live, off the schoolyard thing, but we are still on high ground. So if water is coming off that, it's going to go past our house. Right. Out into the street.
Yeah, mine's got the storm drain in the back, and it goes down the street from us, so we wouldn't get hit.
We're the highest. Right. We're the highest house in the neighborhood. We have a gully next to us, and the rest of the neighborhood kind of goes downhill. So
so you just make sure you get a little call out to everybody. Everyone's welcome to my house.
Right.
They can all come to dinner.
One point I want to make that I have not heard enough of is the fact that New Orleans got hit, and 3 deaths, 4 deaths. And
more deaths after that.
Right, after Katrina hit, and everybody talks about the history of Katrina and New Orleans, but New Orleans was not hit by Katrina that hard.
Mississippi was hit harder.
Mississippi was hit. Yep. Katrina's deaths and failures were the levee system that failed.
Right. And it held this time, but
it held because they poured billions into that.
Yeah,
I was in New Orleans 2 weeks before Katrina hit, and driving around in a tour bus. The tour bus driver was taking us around, and he showed us, here's the waterfront. We just spent so many billions of dollars here. Here's this. We did this. We make more money off of Mardi Gras than we did in any Super Bowl. He said, but the government down here was so corrupt. He said, it's all going into pockets. And the levees, he said this just before Katrina, have not been reinforced or inspected, he said, in the last 5 years. And he said, we're going to get hit, and this place is going to be gone. And 2 weeks later, he was exactly correct.
Have you ever read Bush's book called Decision Points?
No.
It's a really, really good book. And Bush, this is George Bush Jr., when you read this book, he's a really, He's a really nice guy. He's very personable. 2 points in his book. One, he said with September 11th, the video of him in that classroom, when he gets whispered in his ear, he said, "You all have no idea the amount of anger I had, but I had to have a stone face because I'm in front of first graders. You have no idea." He goes, "You all don't want to ever be in the position I'm at. There's only one other president in modern times that's had that kind of, and that was FDR. When your nation is attacked like that, he's like, you never, ever, ever want to go through what I had to go through." Then he said with Katrina, there was a couple things. One, the federal government can't do anything because the governor of Louisiana didn't declare a state of emergency. He says the federal government and the Constitution, I can't touch it until you say something. So the governor of Louisiana, and I learned all this when we were down there, effed all that up. Then he said people got on my shit about how I didn't go there. He goes, I couldn't land. Where am I going to land? There's nowhere for me to land. There's nothing I can do. So this book pointed out where a lot of people gave him shit for a lot of stuff. He's like, you have no idea the behind the scenes of what it takes for all that stuff. So get off my ass. It's a really good book. It's a really good book.
He had FEMA lined up, ready to go in, and
now with Ida, the governor of Louisiana declared a state of emergency before it came through. So
the same thing happened in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You know how many container ships were there with all the supplies, and they sat on the dock because the governor of Puerto Rico wouldn't let its stuff come in.
Yeah.
And it's just such a bull crap.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm tired of, this is, when I talk about political, Bill, you know what I think? I want to get rid of every politician and only allow human beings who are businessmen and or leaders in the community, but not politicians. Let's get some fresh blood in the damn.
It's not necessarily that they're politicians. It's not necessarily that they're politicians, but it's the common sense of shit has hit the fan. We're under an emergency. Let's all come together, because there was the old saying of we all didn't like each other September 10th, and all of a sudden September 11th, we're all one nation.
Yeah. I know.
Why can't through all this we become one nation? Put your differences aside. Because we've got some issues.
Having worked at the Senate is when they have a bill, okay, a simple bill, money we need for infrastructure. But then what is the definition of infrastructure? For every state, it's different. In my state, we need a new airport. In my state, we need new roads. All this crap. And really, if it's for jobs and it's for, getting people back in the economy, then bill should be 2-3 pages long. But they're all this freaking thick because everybody wants a piece of the action.
Right.
And it drives me nuts.
And Pauline's right. I had gone down there. I went down in 2007. 2007. My wife went down in 2008. I went back again in 2009. Yeah, Mississippi. Our United Methodist Church went to Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. And we were down on the Gulf Coast down there, and saw firsthand and talked to a lot of families and United Methodist Church sent a church. Every week there was a different church that was going down, and there were donations from Home Depot and Lowe's, and you sent people down there. And to get to know these people for a week, hear their stories, and they told us on the way down there, if you've never been through something like this and you've never experienced it, it's and if you can't handle it, let us know, because you're walking into something that if you've never experienced before is life altering. And they said, let the people talk. Let them get their emotions out. Let them talk to you, and just be a good listener. We made friends down there that we're still friends with people to this day. Wonderful, wonderful people that just been through so much hardship. And we learned that, the fire departments had gone through there and the rescue had gone down there. And so I remember the first time I went down, I'd never experienced that before. And so we're driving through these towns, and you're kind of driving on ATVs around these towns, because there's really nowhere for regular cars. And they would talk about, we'd see houses that say it would have a big X on it, and it would be 2/4, 1/6, and we go, what does that number mean? Well, of the 6 family members, 1 survived. So there's 5. 2 survived of the 4. It's like, wow. And then you see on their carport, all of their belongings are on their carport or on their driveway. The Home Depots had armed guards. The Lowe's had armed guards. The grocery stores had armed guards because of the looting that people wanted to go in. But just to be there for a week to help someone put a roof on or help someone rebuild their kitchen. We had one lady who the entire week kept thanking everybody, and she was in tears of there is humanity, there is people that actually come to help out. And when we flew out of there, because when we flew in the first time, we flew into Louis Armstrong Airport, and then we would go back down I-10. It was devastation. I remember distinctly, there were apartment buildings that were basically just shells. I remember as we flew in, there was one car dealership. All the cars were underwater and all the cars were destroyed. I mean, it was like a CarMax. All these cars were underwater. There was nothing there. But it was gut wrenching to have to, but you flew home going, I did a good thing this week. I built up credit with the big man in the sky to help somebody out. And then and as a church, because we stayed in I don't know what they would call it. Not really a YMCA, but it was it was a giant community center area where you got all the bedrooms all the way around, and you have like a central eating area, whatever. And you'd have like bunk beds, and you get to know people down there. And I got to know people through because we had just gotten to Arcola a couple of years before that, so I didn't really know anybody. But by that week's end, you got to know people, and I'm still friends with these people at our church to this day. Just a week of bonding and getting to know each other. And I did it twice, and then I went to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, when a house got hit by a tornado. And I distinctly remember we went to a restaurant the Monday night. There was a championship game. It was Alabama against LSU. And in this restaurant had 400 maybe Alabama fans, 1 LSU fan. One.
Was that you, Bill?
No. Sat in I didn't wear no LSU jersey. Sat in a booth. He actually had a cop sit next to him. I'm like, why the hell are you in here? You got 400 Alabama who will basically just tear you apart. And you heard all night long, roll damn tide, roll damn tide. That's all you heard the entire night. Then we went to one famous barbecue restaurant out in the sticks somewhere. The kicker comes in. The kicker has like 4 or 5 girlfriends. This kid is a rock star. He's a damn kicker.
Yeah.
He's the damn kicker. He's a rock star.
Yep.
He's got women on his arms. He's got and they told you in Alabama, if you win a national championship, you don't pay for meals. They don't accept your money means nothing to them. So you eat free. If you win a championship for Alabama football, you eat free for the rest of your life. You will never have to. You'll never pay for anything ever again.
My friend, I don't know. You've met Bill Hillbold. I know you've met him. He used to be a football coach at Robinson. He's also an assistant AD there. And we've had to work with them. And so I've known Bill Hillbold for years. And his son, Joey Hillbold, played on the Robinson State Championship team in 97.
Right.
Was a punter. And actually, I was on the sideline, if you remember.
Didn't he go to Notre Dame?
Yes, he did. And he started as a freshman. No one ever starts as a freshman. They had to have a freshman starter in 30 years at Notre Dame. And he was the starter. And he said, when you play for Notre Dame and you're a starter for Notre Dame, it doesn't matter what your position is.
You're a stud.
You've got stalkers. I mean, you've got people who know everything about you. And you're like, how the F did you know that? And they walk up to you and they go, hey, Joey, how are you? And they know your middle name. They know your mom and dad's name. They know you have a sister. They know how old your sister is, where she goes to school, where she works. It's scary as crap. He said they know everything about you. And so guess what? What kind of pressure do you have on you, especially as a punter, if you don't punt good,
Right. Yep.
What's going to happen?
Yep.
You know,
I'm watching the Virginia Tech North Carolina game right now, and it's got like 2 minutes to go.
North Carolina, not NC State beat the crap out of somebody last night.
But it's interesting seeing fans again. It's so night and day
actually
to an empty stadium. It's just,
I know, but still, it's too many people, too much going on, too much variant. It's ridiculous to have that many people in that close context.
well, if they're all
Without
the
masks
entire campus is vaccinated.
Well, that's true. That's true. But these are a ton of people that I guarantee you,
because there were 134 students that got ousted from Tech, I believe, because you didn't do your vaccination or whatever. So,
I'm telling you right now, North Carolina, there's a ton of people ain't vaccinated, because I know people in North Carolina, and if Walter was here, he'd tell you, "Oh yeah, that's true."
Yeah.
So,
but it's just so different seeing fans again. So, and
is.
you'll notice that I'm not wearing a Texas jersey.
You're wearing a Tennessee jersey.
I'm
Why
wearing a
is that?
Tennessee because Texas, to me, the state of Texas right now is a disgrace for what they did with that law for women. It's an absolute disgrace. The abortion law. It's an absolute
law. Oh, the abortion law.
Yep.
Okay.
So Lee, I know you don't want to get into politics, and I it's difficult because I do love the state, and I got my.
That's not politics. That's science.
It's just you cannot tell a woman what to do with her body. Period.
Can you tell somebody what to do with the unborn baby?
You can't tell a woman what to do with her body.
And yet they want to tell us that we have to take vaccinations, and I'm saying,
Bill. What about that?
It's both ways. Either you can't tell a person what to do with their body, but you can't force me to take a vaccine either. Then, so that's that's the other side of both coins. Is either you can't tell a person what to do.
And I've heard the arguments on both sides. What upsets me is the polarization of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one coming to the middle on this issue, because I've heard both sides. I understand this left side. I understand the right side. I understand the pro-choice. I understand the pro-life. I completely understand both sides.
And I do too.
My fear, I would say that I'm more pro-life, but I understand both sides. Yeah. But I would say this: no one is trying to come anywhere in the middle at all, because I'm telling you, right now, there's too many of those procedures going on. By unregistered, they're not even done by doctors, man.
If a guy rapes a girl, cut his dick off.
Amen to that.
Cut it off.
Amen to that.
Cut it off.
Sure, absolutely. Put a bullet in his head.
At an hour and 13 minutes, you can put this on Facebook Live all you want to. He rapes a girl, cut his dick off.
No, put a bullet in his head. Why does he deserve to breathe the same air I breathe? No, he shouldn't. Screw him. Yeah. Any guy who has that in their head, the problem is, Bill, we have dum-dums in this world, and do you cut off a dum-dum because he's a dum-dum? That's kind of where a lot of that goes. But no, and being dads of daughters, or a daughter, you have two daughters. I understand a little bit of your perception and where you're from. And I say also, though, that there's too much damage can get done in that kind of procedure if it's not done by the right person. And that's one of the problems we have. A lot of states don't have any regulation as far as to who can perform the procedure. And I say that's where we come to the middle. If it's going to happen, it needs to be happened by a doctor, by somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. None of this freaking coat hanger crap, And I'm telling you, there's somewhere in the middle that we should be able to come to, and no one's willing to make a freaking budge.
Right.
That's where I stand on it.
I don't want to tell somebody what to do, but I also want somebody who hears the whole story and everything. And I truly, the idea of a fetal heartbeat says you're killing something that's alive.
And I've known and met and talked to several people who've had that procedure. And
that's between the woman and God. That's but then
let's introduce
with the vaccine where if people don't want to take it and they get seriously ill and something happens, my view, I don't have a lot of sympathy, because you could take this thing and try to prevent it from happening, where you've got all these stories where people go, I should have done it. I should have taken it. I should have taken it. I should have taken it. Okay.
Hindsight's 2020.
Oh, and by the way, Bill, remember you were saying to me, and I agree with
Tech's
you.
going to win that game.
As far as the percentage is concerned, I agree that it's a small percentage. However, I've just heard this last week listening to TOP, which is the only news people.
This thing can kill people. So
no, what I'm saying is this.
And
you and I were talking about the fact that people who have been vaccinated aren't getting this disease. I've heard nothing but about people who have been vaccinated and are still getting COVID. And I'm like going,
Two of my friends just this week have been vaccinated, just got tested.
I know 3 people, and I've heard on the news about how many people who've had the vaccine are
but it's saved more lives than it's taken.
I don't disagree with that. No, I don't disagree with you.
It's just,
I'm just saying there are a lot, though.
How we all, can come together with this thing, and get back to a normal life. It's
I highly recommend. I mean, I got the vaccine.
You had the polio vaccine.
Yeah, no, we know
back in the 50s. I mean, it's just this thing kills you.
I don't think the government can regulate it and force it upon somebody. I still don't believe that.
Well, they can if it's polio.
Yeah, but this thing is killing people.
You have to get a polio shot, because if you don't, and you have to get a shot that you have to get a shot for mumps. Is that what it is? Because it's such a virulent strain.
MMR.
I'm just saying, there's lots of vaccines that should absolutely be.
But this COVID thing, and seeing the horrors of people on respirators and trying to breathe, this thing kills you. And it's trying to, but you unfortunately you get part of the social media out there where the one, I forget this person, Dr. Tenpenny or whatever, was saying, oh, if you get the vaccine, magnets stick to you. That's where it gets out of control, where, like, what the hell are you talking about? Magnets don't stick to you. It doesn't fall to you.
That did that, actually.
It's just magnets
don't. It only did it right after he had the vaccine, but then it didn't do it the next day. But it did actually. It did happen.
The fact that our nation can't come together, it's just sad. Anyway,
that's what I'm talking about. The polarization of things, of issues, is terrible.
I won't be going to Brazil anytime soon. Did you hear what happened in Brazil?
No.
If you're, there were some hostages that were strapped to the car. They were strapped to the getaway car. I'm like, no, I'm not going to Brazil anytime soon. Yeah, they were strapped to the car.
Don't go to Mexico anytime soon unless you're on a resort that's protected.
And if you have $20 million, the Pitt Panthers college coach, the head football coach, do you know his technical name now because of this $20 million donation? $20 million donation. He is now called the Chris Bickle class of 97 head football coach, because this Chris Bickle gave $20 million donation. So now the head coach, not head football coach, he's the Chris Bickle 97 head football coach. So I guess money talks. When you do donations,
Bickle donated $20 million so they could hire a good coach.
Well, no, Chris Bickle he wanted his name. The head football coach has to be called now Chris Bickle 97 head football coach.
The position.
It's like in 10 years, Lee Bailey would be called the Nick Saban Alabama head football coach. I mean,
now, you guys both know the story behind. There was this couple whose son went to Notre Dame, and then he went to Peace Corps, and he was martyred on the Peace Corps by some headhunters or some crap. I don't know. But he was killed when he went on Peace Corps. And his family, super wealthy, wanted to donate a building at Notre Dame and name it after their son. And Notre Dame said, no, our only buildings are named only after saints. We don't name buildings after people. So we will not take your 30 million, 40 million, whatever the hell. You've heard this before, haven't you, Pauline?
No.
No? We won't take your money to build a building to name it after your son, who was martyred. I mean, he went there with the church to help people, and he was killed. And they said no. So the family went and went out to California and started a school and named the school after their son. His son.
I thought they were going to approach the Catholic Church and get him canonized to become a saint.
No, they went out to California and started a school, named the school after their son, and son's name was Stanford. So yeah, and so that's why, to me, I love watching Stanford play Notre Dame because I'm rooting for Stanford every damn time.
I did not know that
go
story.
Stanford, go Stanford. Yeah, that's why Stanford is not like a. That's why they have like a tree for their mascot because Stanford is as a person's name that it was named after. So I don't know. I think it's a cool story. I thought that was kind of
I didn't know that.
I wish there were more people. But to say to the, I'm going to give you $20 million if you name the coach after me, name the position after me. Shut up, Chris Bickle. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, it was interesting. And there are now 4 schools that might become part of the Big 12. Did you hear that?
No.
BYU, Houston, UCF, and Cincinnati have all applied to become part of the Big 12.
Wow.
So,
all right, that's fine with me. I mean, it doesn't have to. It doesn't say it's the Western Conference or anything.
Yeah,
it's the Big 12. So whoever wants to be in the Big 12 can be in the Big 12.
So they'll have 4 schools. Well, two are leaving.
Texas and Oklahoma left, or are leaving, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm not happy about it either, but money talks. So they'll be making twice what they were making in the Big 12.
BS walks. So, who's walking? They're walking. So I got no respect.
I saw your thing the other day about albums that turn 50.
Yeah.
So I looked.
Oh, you saw that? You like that?
I did, but you know what? I looked at albums that turned 40.
Oh God.
Almost every one of these albums I had at one time. Rush Moving Pictures turned 40. Rolling Stones Tattoo You. Genesis Abacab. Van Halen Fair Warning. Journey Escape turned 40. Police Ghost of the Machine. Def Leppard High and Dry. Stevie Nicks Belladonna. Phil Collins Face Value. I used to love that album. AC/DC Those About to Rock. Billy Squier Don't Say No. Cars Shake It Up. I had that album. Styx Paradise Theater. The Go-Go's Beauty and the Beat. The Who Face Dances. Foreigner 4. Joan Jett Love Rock and Roll. Jay Giles Band Freeze Frame. U2 October. And Daryl Hall and John Oates Private Eyes. All turned 40. Yep. I had almost every one of those albums.
Yeah, I think I pretty much had all of them.
And you know what? I don't know what the hell happened to the albums because I was stupid to get rid of them. Thinking albums will never ever make a comeback.
Well, who did you give rid of them to? Did the record tape store?
I believe this was years ago.
I know.
I had no idea what happened to them. Well, everybody back then, too. When people
I know what happened to my records.
There's a box up in my bonus room that my son asked if he could have. I didn't have that many.
He said, "Hell no, boy."
When people turned to CDs, they got rid of their albums. I mean,
but now they still have them, and Kyle still actually repairs turntables and he plays them.
Yeah. Well, I have my wall of fame of all my albums over there. So there's probably 20, and Escape is there, Tattoo You is there.
Yeah, I would love to go back, Bill, and go to Waxy Max's and Tower and get those. Remember, just stacks of the album cover.
Just the Friday nights of going there was fun.
I know. It was a good time.
Just to experience it. So, Pauline, let's get to these arcades that you got downstairs. How many do you have down there? And let's talk.
There's at least 6 or 7.
Let's talk.
A couple of them are definitely working because Kyle is in the process of restoring and repairing them when he came over. Oh, look, yeah.
They're on the wall. There's 3 over there.
Yep.
Can't only see one of them.
So
2 of them.
There's a couple. Yeah, we have several asteroids.
It's okay. I've already seen pictures.
And an Asteroids Deluxe.
I want a pinball machine.
Oh, look, yeah. Yeah, you have the little.
I want a pinball machine.
Yeah, they're on risers, but they're the real thing. Yeah. So, Julie and I were going at Miss Pac-Man the other night. So I played when I built the asteroids last night. I played for about a solid hour before I went on to my hockey game. So, loved it.
So Asteroids is up and running and working.
Yeah, and the thing is, don't laugh, but it took a while to learn how to play them again. it takes because I'm so used to a PlayStation of how that works to get to an actual arcade and learn how to play it again. It took a little time.
When Chuck got Tempest up and running, man, I heard
Yeah,
that.
that's one of them I got. That's one of them.
Yeah, when I heard that one, I was like, "Oh, yep." He couple nights he was back there, and I just heard the zoom, zoom, zoom.
You don't have track and field. Do you have track and field?
No, I don't think so.
You have Punch Out?
No.
Space Invaders?
Yes.
Let's talk. If you ever want to get rid of them, don't listen to Lee. I want them. Don't listen to Lee. Give them to me. I want them.
The Space Invaders one is about the size of yours over there.
Yeah,
The others are all the big, taller ones.
Yeah. These are kits that you buy at Walmart, and they come with like 4 games each to them. And to put the kits together, actually, they're pretty easy to put together.
Oh, hey, Bill.
Yes.
Where the hell is this? Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, Chucks are all
There's a
original.
Kiss Premium. Nice. There's a Kiss. I just found this pinball locator. There's a
I would like one of those.
Premium pinball machine.
I know those things
up
are
in
heavy
Maryland,
now.
right below Glen Burnie.
They take
Let's
a
go.
lot of floor space too.
Let's go play.
They take floor space. They're heavy. So if they break, I don't know how to fix them.
I know.
I'd have to hire someone to fix it.
Sounds like Pauline has a son who's into all that crap.
There you go. There you go. So I was looking at movies that are coming out. 2 of the movies that I've been wanting to see got delayed again. These are the Tom Cruise movies. So now Maverick doesn't come out until May of next year.
Ooh.
Top Gun Maverick will come out May 27th of 2022. And then Mission Impossible 7 will come out October of 2022.
7?
Got pushed back. But the one Bond movie, No Time to Die, does come out this October. So movies that are opening today, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, The Gateway, We Need to Do Something, and Mogul, whatever. Time is Up comes out next week.
10 Rings, that's a Marvel one?
I guess.
Yeah, I think.
A lot of these movies I don't recognize.
Oh, yeah, this is a new Marvel. It's a new Chinese Marvel thing. It's supposed to be pretty cool.
Addams Family 2 comes out October of this year.
Oh, God, Bill. I have just located a place called Crab Town, which is a restaurant, and it looks like it's they have crabs and shrimp and all that kind of stuff. And then they have an entire gigantic room of arcade games.
Where's it at?
Just south of Glen Burnie.
There's the new kitty.
Okay.
Hi, new kitty. Just south of. Let me see the arcade game. Hold on, let me push on the arcade game. Oh my God, Bill! They have. Hold on.
I'm loving my new arcades. I'm loving playing them.
68 plus 34, and plus 2 claw machines. They have 34 pinball machines and 68 other games, arcade games.
Very nice.
Dude, we need to go there.
Okay.
And go there. Why don't you guys bag the where are you guys going tomorrow?
I don't Tony's driving. He won't tell me where we're going. He's driving.
He won't tell you.
He won't tell me. We're gonna go.
I want to go.
Ask him. Ask him. He's gonna be at my house at 8:00. Anyway, so one of the antique shops we went to, you ever see these things?
No. Oh, yeah.
These are little books. So I got one for 1935.
Why?
Just because it's fascinating.
Who do you know was born in 35?
I don't know anybody. I like the fascination.
Okay.
Shut up.
No,
I bought one for 1982.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So in 1935, this stuff kills me. 1935.
Oh, God.
How much did a new house cost?
In 1935?
Yeah.
Oh, $20,000.
$5,000.
$3,400 for a new house.
Okay.
New car. Take a guess.
35.
$950.
$625.
Would you say, Pauline?
I said $650.
Oh, okay.
That would have been a blind back Model A special edition.
which I love those cars back then. I absolutely love those cars. Tuition to Harvard University. How much do you think it costs a year?
A year?
A year.
$1,500.
2,000.
$420 for the year.
All right.
Where I look at the bill for Abby for 1 year. Oh my God. A movie ticket.
25 cents.
25 cents. Gasoline.
Gasoline is like 10 cents a gallon.
It's just stupid. 10 cents.
Yep.
Fresh baked bread per loaf.
A penny a loaf.
8 cents per loaf.
Eight loaf,
This is
okay.
1935.
You can get it you could flip them a penny and get a roll, probably.
Movies that year: Mutiny on the Bounty, Academy Award winner.
Yep.
Informer, Dangerous, Midsummer's Night Dream, David Copperfield, and Les Mis. Those are the movies of that year. I mean, it's just ridiculous. By the way, McDonald's came out with High C again here in South Riding. Thank God. Thank God.
Oh,
Now,
Red or orange?
orange. Oh, orange High C. Yeah, and they have little glazed donut balls now at
I
McDonald's.
saw that tonight. I
God,
was like,
love it.
whoa.
Oh, by the way,
So-
Bill, if we ever go to Crabtown, let's not go on Wednesday. They're closed on Wednesdays.
Okay.
That'd just be my luck. I'd say, all right, come on, Bill, let's go. We go up
I
there
wanna-
on Wednesday. What?
I want to go back to a Japanese steakhouse. 1982, cost of a new house.
1982?
Yeah.
Okay, so it can't be
so
much more
in-
than about 78,000.
90,000.
70, 80 in just 50 years. $82,000 for a house. A new car.
New car back in those days, 10 grand.
8 grand.
$8,000.
Okay.
Tuition to Harvard,
20.
$6,900 a year.
69 a year. Okay.
A movie ticket,
$5.
$1.50.
$2.50. So in just 50 years, the amount of just ridiculous. Because I remember having a conversation when I bought my first house, and my dad laughed at me.
I know. I bet he did.
Because
I bet he did. But he paid
first-
$15,000 for his.
he paid $33,000, and he said, my mom and I laid awake every night. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He goes, you have no idea back then the amount of stress and house that I'm like, my house cost $234, and I'm not laying awake and how I'm going to pay for it.
No,
Because
my parents is the house in Burke that they still live in was like 67 or something like that.
We
I
moved,
think.
we moved to Virginia in 1980, and I
Yeah,
remember
78.
the cost of the house was $100,000, and
Whoa!
we were in Ohio, and we were like, "Oh my God, how are we going to ever afford that?" I've never seen. We might be moving into a mansion, $100,000. You know, in
moved into a
1980.
pretty big house if you went in 80 at 100,000. That's a big house.
Well, it's Kings Park West. It was right down the road from Robinson.
well, even real estate today, how the housing. I mean, it's just there's a house down the street from here that we paid. I think we paid $535 for this. There's a house down the street, exact same model, $680.
Mhm.
I was like,
It
holy
just sold?
crap. Yes,
Really?
$680.
Because in Burke,
I just
right
made
up the street
$150
from
in
us-
my house.
right up the street from us, and I think their house is a little bit bigger, even though we have more bedrooms. The house 3 doors up from us sold for $900,000 4 weeks ago.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
900.
So your parents' house is probably worth what, 5?
My parents, yeah, like 5 or 6.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my first townhouse.
I mean,
was
what you paid for it and
125.
what you can make off of it is just
Yeah.
Now, of
Ridiculous.
course, my dad's taken out. We have a whole new kitchen and stuff, and he's taken out
right.
Right.
mortgages and second mortgages and stuff. So what he owes on it now is a lot more than he ever paid for it in the first place.
Right.
Probably.
Right.
We don't know that much on our house. So our house is probably about 700 or something, maybe a little bit more. And again, we have a full downstairs mother-in-law suite that has a kitchen and everything.
Right.
And if it's the right buyer, our house could go for a lot more.
Yeah. And you got that huge backyard too. That if you
And
knock
we
all
do.
those
We have
trees
a
out. Yeah.
huge backyard.
Did you buy
and-
the she shed, whatever? Did you replace that?
Yeah, we did. We replaced it. It's out there. New one's
Okay.
out there.
Okay.
It haven't had any issues, so it's been great, and it's gonna be fun to have. We have a really nice house, and it's fully fenced and all that kind of stuff. So I think our house might be close to worth. Well, what is it worth? What would it paid for?
Right.
I think. Well, right now the market's starting to come back down.
Right.
I mean, it's not as hot because we have a neighbor right up the street who's had their for sale sign up for a while, and I don't know why. They may not. In our neighborhood, there are some houses that don't have basements, and most of our neighborhood has basements, but there's a few who don't, and there's a few who don't have garages. So they have no basement and they have no garage, and it's like, now that's can't be worth a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? I mean, I can't imagine someone wanting to pay for a house with no garage, and we have a 2-car garage. We have, so
it's worth a pretty penny.
Yeah, Billy Riley says hello. I hope he's listening and watching. Hello, Billy.
He needs to get sprung.
He's coming home tomorrow, maybe.
Oh,
so he
good.
does come home today. I was going to go get him when he called, but he never called. And then I called him, and he said, "No, I'm not going home today." And I said, "Oh, that sucks." So maybe tomorrow I'll go get him, unless I'm out going to places with Tony and Bill, which would be kind of fun because it's going to be
Tony if you want to go.
It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow.
Here's your Barry Sanders card.
Yeah, man, I got one of those. In fact, I think I have. Who makes that one?
Tops.
Yeah, I probably have that.
I'm smelling the gum. I'm not going to.
Oh, that's right. Open some more of those cards, Bill.
Gum doesn't. I mean, it's not moldy.
No, it's.
I'm not going to eat it.
In a million pieces.
I'm not going to eat it. There's a Mike Singletary card.
Nice. Okay.
So there's those. I'm looking because I did my 1990 NFL draft. I'm trying to see if any of these guys are rookies in here. So I'm trying to open some of those. I'll do more of those. Fred's son apparently wants all these cards. So
Fred said he just got to Connecticut.
Okay.
Been driving for a couple hours.
Who the hell is he telling? Telling just you, Pauline?
No, it was in an email.
Oh, an email.
I have a message pop up.
Okay. I don't have pop-ups right now.
So I was on YouTube today and I saw this. It's a really interesting story. You know, when you go to grave sites, like when I go to see my parents' grave sites, a lot of them they're all flat or there's some headstones. This one family had done a dollhouse for their daughter. Now this is like in the 30s, but because she died some disease. So this guy is going through this grave site.
I am Lamont at Large. Today I am at the Oakwood Cemetery here in Lynette, Alabama. And as I pan around the cemetery, nothing really pops out on my screen. Markers are all flat, regular tombstones, nothing eye-catching. I would say a very well cared for cemetery. And however, there is one grave out here that stands out apart of all, and that is the grave of little Nadine Earls right here.
Oh my God.
Girl with the dollhouse grave. Gets a lot of visitors from around the country and around the world.
Wow.
Little Nadine Earls died December 18th, 1933. She died of a disease called diphtheria. As I can best describe it, similar to pneumonia, but it's worse. It attacks your organs. It is a bacterial infection. And thank God that we have modern medical.
But wait till you see when he goes and you can view inside the dollhouse.
For it, but
it almost makes you want to cry.
1 in 10 people that contract diphtheria around the world will die from it. And for Christmas, little Nadine, all she wanted was a dollhouse. It took her father 18 months to build this. And sadly, she did not live to receive her dollhouse in life. So in death, it became her crypt. This is the grave of her mother, mama of little Nadine is inscribed. And this is her father, Julian. Daddy of little Nadine is described on it. Now we can take a real close look inside. It is locked, of course, but allow me to try to show you. So inside right here, these are the toys that little Nadine played with as a child. And as you can see, look at that little trike right there. Wow.
Hold on a minute. Is that an Elmo doll?
No.
Those were her
Thank
toys.
God. I was about to say that's wrong.
Well, this is like the 30s.
No, I know, Bill. That's why I thought I
Yeah.
saw an Elmo doll. I was like, what?
But I just thought that was a really cool video.
I think
Wow.
it's creepy as crap.
It is creepy, but it's wow. I mean, to do that for your daughter,
I know,
and
I
you don't see that at
Well,
grave
and
sites.
I think it's kind of sad that he built a friggin' dollhouse in a cemetery for his daughter.
Yeah. But the guy says people from around the world come to see it. So it's.
I'm sure
interesting.
he was building in the backyard and they moved it to the cemetery. too.
Because when I
know,
when
I'm
I went to
kidding,
see
Paulie.
when I went to see Graceland, I didn't know Elvis was buried there. I had no idea.
Oh,
You walk out and his mom and dad and him are all buried right there at Graceland. I'm like, wow, okay. I
Yeah,
did not know
I've never been inside. I want to go back to
Oh,
Memphis and go.
it's
I haven't been to
fascinating.
Graceland.
It's
We arrived like an hour before they closed it, and they said no more tours. So we were like, oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Have you ever been to Memphis, Pauline?
I have been through Memphis briefly, but I've never had a good long stay. And
That's
have
another
friends-
sad drive. Memphis is some beat down, run down places, man.
I think we did
Some
Memphis.
parts of it
when I was
are.
in when I was in Ohio, friends of ours had an RV and they took us camping, and he had an interview. So we sort of like drove through Memphis, but I don't remember much of it.
It's got some great parts of the area.
Beale Street?
Beale Street is fantastic. Let me see if I can find it here.
I have friends that live in Nashville.
You
But
got to go to the Peabody Hotel because it's got the walk-in of the ducks.
yes, the Peabody Ducks.
These little ducks are rock stars.
Yes.
They're
Yes, they
rock
are.
stars. This place, when they drop them off, they're actually coming back down. You have to be there like right on time because it literally is a minute and it's over. But they walk out and they go. They
Up to the roof.
come down from the little house on top of the Peabody and they walk across to go into the pond. That's like 9 a.m. And then exactly at 5, they walk from the pond, walk back out to the elevator. But the thousands of people daily come to this hotel.
Watch
So
the ducks.
we went to watch the ducks and it was fascinating.
I would like that. I would very much like that.
But there's a place called Gus's Fried Chicken, which is world famous fried chicken, which it's in a little hole in the wall place. It's got a yellow sign that says Gus's Fried Chicken. Right, it's literally 2 blocks from Beale Street in Memphis. You got to see the Lorraine Motel. You got to see the Arcade Diner, which was a diner. There was a scene in The Firm where the federal agents are meeting Tom Cruise in this diner. That's the Arcade Diner where it was filmed. But the Lorraine Motel is the museum is.
I don't want to go to that.
You got to go. It's
No,
fascinating.
it makes me mad. I get angry.
I understand that, but it's history and it's fascinating. And then you got to see Beale Street and you got to see Graceland. And there's his house comes into this giant warehouse of all of his records and all. He did all that in a short amount of time and with 2 years of military service. He did all that.
Yeah.
So it was wild. So hold on. Anyway, so what time is it? It's 9:45. You guys want to play the common acronym game?
Sure.
Common acronym.
Common acronym game.
Like
So-
WTF.
Correct. So let's start off with
LMAFO.
huh?
LMAFO.
Yeah, laugh my ass off. What is ROFL?
Rolling
Rolling.
on the floor laughing.
Okay. Let's go with some government or official settings common acronyms. What does CSI stand for?
Criminal
You're
scene investigation.
Right. What does the DMV stand for?
Department of Motor Vehicles.
What does OSHA stand for?
Oh God. the Office of Safety, Health.
I just did
Something.
an OSHA safety video. I should know that.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's Office of Safety, Health, and something. I don't know the A. Administration.
Pauline?
I can't. It was all about safe
occupational
chemicals.
safety and health
Health
administration.
Occupational.
Yes,
Okay.
because it was related to your job. Chemicals
Yep,
found on the job.
Yep.
What does NAFTA stand for?
The North American Fair Trade Treaty, or something like that.
So
NAFTA,
NAFTA. Trade agreement,
Trade agreement. There you go.
North American Free Trade Agreement.
free
That's
trade agreement.
what I say.
Which is
Oh,
now
fair
called
trade.
the USMCA.
Sorry.
What does NASA stand for?
National Aeronautic and Space Association.
Administration.
Administration.
What does Navy SEAL stand for?
SEAL stands for specialized. No, okay, I don't know. I've heard it before. I just can't think of it.
Sea, Air, Land Forces.
Sea, Air, Land Forces. Okay,
Yep.
Sea, air.
heard it before. I just probably had
Uh,
something to do with weapons.
what does SWAT stand for? Lee's fading.
Special.
Weapons and tactics.
Very good. Very good.
Thanks for the question. You got me started.
So we'll go into the medical field. What does CDC stand for?
Center of Communicable
Center of Disease Control.
Disease Control. Yeah.
Centers for Disease Control Prevention. Correct. What does ESL stand for?
English as a second language.
Very good. Very good. What does GIF stand for? GIF.
Oh,
Yeah, you should know this, crazy cat lady. You should know what a GIF is.
Giphy. I do, and I can't even form.
Generated intelligence form.
Graphics interchange format.
Yeah.
Okay.
Graphics.
What does DARE stand for?
Drug
and DARE program. DARE. Oh my gosh! Seriously, I know this.
Dare.
The DARE officer.
I should use this as trivia.
Yes. Drug and alcohol awareness.
Nope.
Drug abuse resistance education.
Resistance.
Just say no.
Just say no. Here was one that I was unaware of. When they say zip code, what does zip stand for?
Don't know. Don't want to guess.
No, I don't know. I never even thought.
I didn't even know this either. I'm like, that's interesting.
I didn't realize it was an acronym. I just thought zip code.
Zone Improvement Plan is what it stands for,
All right.
Okay.
which is interesting. What does the SPCA stand for?
Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Okay. All right, you guys
What
got
does
this.
PETA stand for, Bill?
Prevention, people for the ethical treatment of animals.
Very good.
We'll do a few more. What does
Don't walk on that.
what does sonar stand for?
Oh, we've done this before.
Yeah, and radar, SODAR, radar.
I don't know. Even what's his name? Even our guy who repaired sonar machines didn't know. Walter.
Okay, because there's LiDAR, sonar, sound something, and ranging. Sound.
Save us.
Sound notification. Sound.
All right, stop. Yes.
Bill.
Sound, navigation, and ranging.
Ranging. Okay.
Yep.
Navigation.
So what are the 2 O's for?
SO is sound.
Well, sonar is SONAR.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, alrighty, that was all I had for this short evening. I'm back for Trivia Monday. I'm out next Friday because we got a Freedom home football game. So I'll be back for
All right,
Monday.
I got a
Trivia.
couple things for you guys. You ready? Let's do about 10 of these.
All right.
These are this or that questions. All right, so would you rather? So you have to do one of them. You can't say neither. All right. Would you rather have a big house with no furniture or a small house with loads of furniture?
Small house.
Yeah, small house.
Be fast or smart?
Smart.
Fast.
Kiss a roach or a spider?
Neither.
You can't say neither.
Roach over a spider any day.
Yeah, same thing.
Frog or toad? Be a frog or be a toad?
What's the
Toad.
difference? What's the difference?
Toad can go on
Difference
land.
between
Frog
the
has
two.
to be by water.
Not necessarily. There's a lot of frogs that are like jungle frogs, but
You
Anyway.
need water though. They have to stay wet. I don't like being wet.
I thought that was secretions. I didn't think that was okay. Broccoli or cauliflower?
Oh, both.
Yeah, I would do both.
Nope.
I'd do
One or
both.
the other. One or the other.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Okay. Carrots or radishes?
Carrots. With some brown sugar and butter.
Be a great speaker or a great singer?
Speaker.
Oh, speaker.
Would you rather be charming or good looking?
Hmm.
Charming.
Charming is, yeah. Because you could be quite a jerk and still be good looking.
Soft shell or hard shell tacos?
Oh, I like both. Soft shell more often than hard shell.
William?
Hard shell. But that makes me hungry. I
know. Burritos or enchiladas?
Let's go to Denny's, Lee.
Okay.
Burrito.
How many
No,
you there?
I like a
Denny's.
smothered burrito.
You want it burrito enchilada style?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Spaghetti or lasagna?
Lasagna.
That's a hard one to
Reen made both, and they were fantastic. I can't decide on that one.
My family prefers my spaghetti, but I love my lasagna.
Yeah, my mom's
Would
lasagna.
you rather have
Kick-ass.
cramps for 5 days or migraines for 5 days?
Cramps.
Cramps.
I get the slightest headache and I shut down. I can't handle it.
Would you rather have natural childbirth or tooth extraction with no painkiller?
Oh, give me childbirth. Yeah. any day.
I've had 2 C-sections. I can't tell you.
Break your toe or break your finger?
I have broken a
Finger.
toe. I'll do a toe.
Fish sticks or chicken nuggets?
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
And last but not least, chunky peanut butter or creamy peanut butter?
Chunky. Okay, creamy is
Oh,
disgusting.
I love
both.
creamy.
I
No,
like
chunky.
I like chunky too. Don't get me
A
wrong. but
toasted PB&J.
my favorite thing though is Ritz cracker. No, actually saltine crackers with a little splunk of creamy peanut butter and another saltine on top.
Oh,
That used to be my afternoon snack. My grandmother would make for us.
I'll do
She
an
makes like
open
10
face
of 'em.
saltine. Peanut butter bowl. You do a little scoop, and then you put a little blob of jelly on it.
Gross.
Peanut butter with crackers or peanut butter with celery sticks?
Oh,
Crackers.
both. Celery sticks, and then
I like
add
celery sticks,
raisins.
though.
Ants on a log.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I like to add raisins to the peanut butter too.
I
Also,
have my not abbreviation, anagram. What does SCUBA stand for?
scuba,
SCUBA.
self-contained
Underwater breathing
underwater
apparatus.
breathing apparatus.
Yep.
Yep. That's right. Very good. Very good. Very
All right, I
good,
gotta
very
get
good,
up at
very
8:00.
good.
I gotta meet Tony at 8:00. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna call
Have
Tony too,
fun.
see if he can join me. What?
he might be in bed, but go ahead.
Bye, Pauline.
Bye. I finished
got-
my
Yeah.
homework. I'm sorry I came late, but I finished my
Okay.
homework, so I was
I
really
understand.
happy. So
I was at happy hour, so I'm whatever.
Yeah, Bill didn't care.
Yeah. So, and I told Lee, I said, look, we don't have to do this every week. We're out and about now.
Yeah.
And it's,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to not get that many people on Fridays anymore, especially when it's nice out. Today at Fairfax Corner Square, I went there for lunch to Potbelly. Place was packed. I mean, there were
Yeah,
people
yeah.
everywhere because it was such a nice day outside.
Yep.
I
Then
had
the
no
happy
school.
hour has the outdoor bar.
yeah, I had no school today. I was out on my patio. It was
And
lovely.
please help me understand. You just went back.
I know.
You were out today. You're out Monday, Labor Day. Then the
Yeah.
kids are out next Wednesday.
And I have no freaking idea
Why
why.
the F are you going to school?
I don't know. And then the Loudoun County Public School, whatever teachers Facebook page were whining about why didn't we get a hurricane day on Wednesday? I'm like, what the? It's the 4th, 5th day of school. Why do you
Yeah.
need a day off?
They canceled stuff the other night, night activities, and jack shit happened around here.
Right.
There was nothing that happened around here.
No,
So this area doesn't get the weather. I mean,
no.
Not-
my
not near what other people
in-laws
get.
in Mississippi had harder rain. And even then, still, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law sat out on the porch watching the hurricane from the porch, fill the pool up. That was it. That's what they watched.
Nice. I love storms. I love watching storms.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
oh, I want to be a tornado chaser. I want to go
I
to the
know,
Midwest
I know.
and be a storm chaser. I want to be with a crew that chases tornadoes. That's a
I've
bucket
seen
list
them
item.
in Ohio. I don't want to go get any closer.
Just like the movie
I've
Twister.
seen 'em in
I want
Iowa,
I want to
too.
be a part of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Iowa, no problem.
Well,
So-
take care. Enjoy
All right, guys.
your travels tomorrow. Be safe.
Tony's driving, so
All right.
Hey.
There you go. Later.
give him a call.